So this week we began Lent, and it is our 40 days of spiritual practice as we prepare for Easter, the largest and the most important feast day of our church. These 40 days that we practice of Lent are mirrored after, and we practice based on the 40 days that Jesus, when he went into the desert before he began his prayer ministry, to pray and to fast. And also the 40 days in which the Israelites came out of Egypt when they were freed from slavery by Moses when he led them into the desert. The interesting thing is that when we practice our Lenten observances, we all think about what we're going to give up for Lent. And that's an important thing. You know, whether you give up chocolate, coffee, or what have you. The idea of this, though, is to really detach ourselves from something that when these 40 days are over, we're a transformed person. Not that we would go back to our old practices. And that's kind of what happened to the Israelites when they left Egypt. You know, they were enslaved and they had this incredible hard life. And when Moses finally got Pharaoh to release them, they were finally a free people as they ventured and they walked toward the promised land. Now, this would be a 40-year venture. And somewhere along the way, they forgot that they had been freed. And they started looking back. You know, they found themselves in the desert. They were hungry. And they're like, well, back in Egypt, when we were enslaved, we had food, so we'd rather go back there. And many times we do the same thing. We ask ourselves to be detached from God, but then when things get difficult, we want to look back at our old way of life because it was easier, even though we were enslaved by our own sin. As we begin this Lenten season, and as we sacrifice, and as we detach ourselves from the things of this world and our lives that keep us from God, let us not get deterred or discouraged when it gets hard, and not look back to our old way of life, but keep our eyes focused on the prize. And that is the resurrection of Jesus Christ at Easter. God bless you and have a blessed Lent.